The last couple of days, we've been posting about volatility and the potential for this to curl up. We're going to talk about how that could fail in this video, but if the daily is able to curl up, we know that the market will become a little bit risky and maybe even at risk of a daily retracement, a daily pullback. The dollar does agree with this. Notice that the dollar today heading to the upside as we are relatively flat on the day, but we do notice that if that would curl up, where would we go to? Well, just another day and we would be positive. Now, we want to pay attention to those lower highs and things like that, but if we're going into positive territory, you have to treat it seriously. We even talked about US oil, and look how US oil has been booming right now. Once again, still paying attention in case we want to squeeze higher to some kind of left head and right shoulder. But as of right now, if this is able to curl up with that MACD down there, it's in positive territory, suggesting we could test these levels up in here, even go make a new one. I've been looking at that level of about 122.56. So what do we look at for the SPY? Well, for these things, we've been talking a lot about the potential for a right shoulder to show up in the market. Yes, I'm not thinking some kind of massive stock market crash is coming from this, just like we suggested down here when we were talking about the squeeze. And it's very nice, but we are outside of the monthly expected move. So we have to be aware that the risk of a downside move is elevated now. So we're going to get you guys those daily expected moves really quick here and talk about some of the signals for tomorrow. Daily expected moves for Friday. 713.75 to the upside, 703.15 to the downside. We did see about a second standard deviation move today. We were able to close back within the daily expected moves. Very, very nice, as it is the higher percentage area to land. Very nice to see. Now, what can we read into as of right now? Well, how do we know if we're going to go for a second push? And truth be told here, guys, for how I look for a potential like top in any kind of fashion, is I really like to see the 2-hour lower high first before I call it out. I really like to see the 2-hour divergence to potentially call it out. And I really just see a rejection divergence potentially between these levels, right? We can see a dramatic divergence, but it's not even through the signal line for the RSI, that yellow line coming across. So this means this would be a hefty rejection divergence. It's very, very probable that we can continue if we get some kind of 2-hour move to the upside. And maybe we are able to play with these type of areas, but we know from volatility, we know from the dollar, we know from US oil, those things are starting to pop. So from right now, you really have to be cautious with this market and say, anytime that I see a 2-hour big divergence over here, anytime that I see a 2-hour lower high in some way, I have to treat it seriously, because that's when you're at risk of making some kind of daily retracement. So I just wanted to point that out. But if the 2-hour curls up, it should still be a good indication of positivity. Maybe building this amount of liquidity was enough, and we can see some kind of upside move. Overall, I do see this as a trap as of right now. 30-minute chart here, trying to dip down into negative territory. Notice we are stalling again, right? We kind of saw that sell come in. We kind of buy back in this area. We kind of just flag out. Now, we'll see what happens here, but if the 30 minutes able to cross up here, we'll have to see. I think there's potential earnings and things like that, but it would say test this high, potentially go all the way up to that 713.75. Now, the Qs are the ones that we were mainly paying attention. I think the Qs are actually the more important indice right now because of the 2-hour chart. The 2-hour chart here, the rejection divergence is better. You actually get a slight move through the signal line, showing there is actual divergence on the 2-hour for the Qs. You see it between these highs. We see rejection divergence there for the MACD, and we're not necessarily in those overbought conditions, so we still have to be prepared if this fails. If the 2-hour turns up, then we are likely to go make that new high. We'll see if that's able to take place, but as of right now, this would be a signal that suggests, while volatility is showing what it's showing, while the dollar is showing what it's showing, and I think even the 10-year, right, the 10-year yield showing what it's showing on this daily chart. Hey, if these things curl up, these things can awaken some selling in the market. So we'll see what's going to go on there. So this means that the Qs with that 2-hour divergence are showing you a signal that says that this is pretty probable. You want to just be aware that the Qs may need to dip down into this block down here. That would mean maybe even filling this gap. So we're paying attention down in these levels, right? But we're also paying attention down in this gap if we do end up with that retracement. 2-hour divergence here at the top. We don't necessarily see a full breakdown just yet, as we have not taken out the previous low. So we're really watching this carefully. If the 2 hour is able to curl up, we should be able to see a little bit more positivity. And if the 2 hour is going to curl up, well, the 30-minute has to do it first. So overall, for the 30-minute, we would like to take out these levels. That's right. The Qs are the critical one. The Qs need to take out this level, take out that price action. Then maybe we see a little bounce to the upside where we get the little left head and right shoulder. We'll see if that's able to take place. But for now, going into tomorrow, if the 30 minutes able to curl up, the bulls really want to see a squeeze. You need to see a solid squeeze here in order to invalidate all of the dollar, all of the VIX, and all of those things that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. So if the 30-minute is able to curl up, though, we would be testing this high. We can even make a move up to 659.42. If we get a little surprise, I would look for that 667 type level. As we go over to IWM, similar case to the SPY as of right now, but we do notice some sideways, little trap here, maybe a little trap here. 30-minute is still close to that center line, so if that's able to curl up, we would look for that 278.59, and we would need to squeeze through, or else you're at risk of seeing a drop. You do have kind of these flat divergences between these type of levels, right? Between these highs, but that's not enough. We still need to be paying attention to continuation possibly, right? So even though we have those volatility signals, and I think we're highly probable to see them hold and then play out, they can hold for a long time. We can see the dollar keep going up for a whole nother week while the market goes up for a whole nother week and sets up those reversal signals. And for the IWM, the reversal signal you would be looking for is that 2 hour lower high or some kind of divergence at this level. This would be very, very important going into the end of the month as you are outside of the monthly 68% zone for all of these indices. Throughout the market right now, I think it was the one that I saw that was crazy. I think it was, maybe it was Meta. I thought it was going to be Meta or something like that. Just be aware that earnings are coming up right around the corner. I just wanted to point that out. But I did see some interesting things from a few individual stocks that we mentioned over on Patreon. I do not have time to go over them as of right now. For the SPY, though, for the Qs, I think the big thing to pay attention to is risk is very, very high. And at these times, I really like to just be sitting on my hands. And that's exactly what I'm doing. Seeing if we can actually get a 2 hour to dip would be interesting, and then curling up. But unless that's not going to take, if that's not going to take place, then I have no decision to be made, because I think we are at more risk of seeing some kind of daily retracement show up by the end of the month. And man, that would be a great opportunity, but I don't know exactly when that is going to happen, so I don't want to short this overall move. Hey, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys had a great day today. This was kind of a short update. We will be putting out a full update on Saturday, so I hope that you do consider subscribing. And other than that, peace out.